Welcome back to No Suits, No Secrets. And there's a conversation missing in the online business space, and Bonnie and I are going to tackle it today on today's episode. The absence of this conversation is why so many digital entrepreneurs quietly believe they're failing when in reality, they're just surviving. They're not failing. You're not lacking discipline. You're not lacking talent. You're in survival mode. What gets labeled as inconsistency, lack of focus, or not wanting it bad enough. You just don't care enough. Some of us have heard others say that to them. Is often something much deeper, something more deadly to business success. And survival mode is disguised as marketing strategy. Growth stage entrepreneurs, creators, coaches, affiliate marketers, people who already know how this online world works aren't stuck because they don't understand marketing. They're stuck because their business decisions are being made under pressure, urgency, and fear. And when survival mode becomes normal, it starts to feel like your identity.
Yeah. Survival mode in online business doesn't look like giving up. Okay. But it does, it looks like constant effort with no breathing room. So it looks like posting every day, but never feeling solid in what's being said, right? I just can't feel that. It looks like jumping between offers because income feels unpredictable. It looks like saying yes to anything that might work because stability feels out of reach. So from the outside in, it looks really productive. But from the inside, and anyone who's gone through this, and we all have, it feels absolutely chaotic and it's extremely stressful.
And that's what makes survival mode in business so dangerous. It mimics ambition.
Yes.
I want everyone to really let that sink in.
Yeah.
It mimics ambition. There's motion, there's effort, you have commitment, but there's zero room to step back, to design, to plan the business. There's only room to react, all knee-jerk reactions. Digital entrepreneurs in survival mode, they're not building systems. There's no plan. They can't tell you what their Q1 plan is, what their monthly plan is. They can't even usually tell you what they're going to post about in a couple days. They're always in that trying to catch up survival mode. They're always reacting to symptoms in the moment. So what ends up happening? Low sales, low engagement, algorithm panic, income gaps. So the response, suddenly you're thinking, I got to put out more content.
Yeah.
I got to do more tweaks. I got to go viral. I got to do more pivots. I got to do more consumptions. I got to get crazier in my content. You just start grasping and throwing spaghetti at the wall like crazy. And not because it's strategic, but because it stops feeling safe. Like it stops feeling unsafe, essentially.
Right.
So then you get even more random course buying. I got to find the magic so I can feel safe again.
And the spiral continues.
Right.
Right. So this shows up constantly with affiliate marketers who are told that ownership can come later. So right. It's the worst. It's not real, first of all. And that's not a strategy you want to follow. So they're promoting what they think is supposed to convert fast and with ease. How many times have we seen that on socials? Oh my gosh, we're going to show you how to do this. It's really easy, 15 minutes a day, and you can do it on the beach. So now they start promoting what they think is supposed to convert really quickly because of what they've been taught. They follow scripts that work for someone else. And we all know what works for someone doesn't work for everyone. Or they rely on platforms that they don't control. You have no control over that. So they model everything and just try to get ahead. But really, they have no clue about the strategy, that piece of content that plays in the other creators' ecosystem. Right? So if you don't understand the strategy that it's going to play, how can you possibly model it? So income might come, especially in the beginning, but it's extremely fragile. One policy change, one platform shift, one commission cut, and everything falls apart. That is survival mode. Income depends on things that you do not control. So effort's going out, but true ownership and control never comes back. So let me give you an analogy. You guys know I love my analogies. It's kind of like living in an Airbnb, okay, for an extended period of time. At first, it feels convenient. The place is furnished. The systems are already in place. You just move in and you follow what's already been set up. It's awesome. And for a while, it works really, really well. But you don't own that space. So you can't really do anything to make it yours. And you're always operating within someone else's rules. The owner of that Airbnb dictates everything that you can and cannot do. So if the host changes the terms, for example, or raises the price or decides to stop renting,
Right.
everything shifts, even if nothing has changed on your end. And that is how affiliate marketing without ownership often works.
Yeah. It absolutely, you don't have a business. And how can you plan effectively? How can you have your 2026 vision, your year vision, and then break it down to quarters, and then break it down monthly, and break it down to a week, if it really all depends on someone else's plan that you're not even in that room for that meeting?
Right.
They have a plan to take their affiliate and their offers in a completely different direction, and you just planned your year based off of someone else's decisions that you don't even know yet. And now your business is dead. It also shows up with creators who have audiences, but no clear way to monetize, right? They're visible.
Yeah.
They're consistent as ever. Newer entrepreneurs, newer people thinking about getting into the space or are already in the space, they're so ego driven. They're hungry for the views.
Yeah.
So they're attracted to people that are going viral. They're getting the views. And you end up hanging your whole business on that model. And then you're like, why am I not getting any money in here? How am I getting money off of this?
Those vanity metrics don't equal dollars, folks.
They don't. They don't. They are consistent as ever, but they hang their whole business and their owner worth on how many times have I posted today? For how long have I posted? I'm consistent. So one day it's going to pay off.
Yeah.
That alone is never going to pay off.
Right.
There's a bigger picture that's involved, and that's the piece you're forgetting. Every time the question of selling begins to come up,
ooh, selling.
You feel uncomfortable, it feels forced, it feels unclear. So you keep your content safe. I'm just going to have fun with it. I'm trying to get views. I'm trying to get people to like me. I'm going to be just educational, relatable, non-committal.
Right.
And you may have some that go viral. Your engagement may grow, but your income is not. I can almost guarantee it. Your income is not. You need to do something else. Ultimately, you have been posting without any true plan to monetize, and it's going to bite you in the ass every time.
When you see anyone on the internet, they're trying to sell you something anyway. We know this by now.
Right.
So there's an appropriate way to just be selling something that's not icky, but you're selling something anyway. So being upfront about that's key to success, especially long term, right?
And the other problem with this loop, it's all connected. You then start to internally think, this isn't working. Everyone else has it figured out. I've missed something. So I need to go buy another freaking beginner course.
Yeah.
I need to go copy Susie Q that got 200,000 views on the last 3 videos. I'm going to go copy those 3 videos exactly so it works exactly the same way. And then when it doesn't, you start to have that internal negative talk. I'm really bad at it.
Mm-hmm.
The algorithm hates me. My favorite, I'm shadow banned because I didn't get the same number of views as Susie over here, and I copied her content.
Right.
So I should. And
That's
it's
one of the
all
worst.
survival mode. There's no plan. Copying content, modeling content someone else got a lot of views on is not a long-term strategy to monetize your business.
It's one of the worst pieces of advice I've ever heard. Go find someone who's doing really, really well in your niche and go model or copy their content. That's how you should get started. No.
But all of this that we're explaining is not a content problem. It's not an algorithm problem. You're trying to launch and grow an online business from survival mode.
Right. I love the way you outline that too, because the most damaging part of survival mode is not the lack of strategy. It's the shame that builds around it.
Oh,
right? Because online culture, and you and I both have seen this so many times, JoAnn, online culture praises certainty.
Mm-hmm.
Confidence is rewarded. Decisiveness. Oh my gosh, that's excellent. Fast wins are amplified. We've all seen it. So when growth stage entrepreneurs feel unsure or they're stretched a bit thin or, behind the scenes overwhelmed, they assume it's personal failure instead of environmental pressure.
Well, in that shame, I want to note this shame part just really quick, is it goes deeper into other people are successful with this and I'm not.
Right.
I gotta stick it out. I can't make changes. I can't pivot. I can't go towards and change directions to what I'm excited about because I gotta prove to some being in the world that this is gonna work this way, but it never will.
So true. Right. And, they're not saying to themselves, I'm operating without a foundation. They just say something must be wrong with me.
Yeah,
It's all me.
Yeah, and that shame keeps people moving in the wrong direction. Instead of pausing, taking that deep breath, and take intentional, planned action for yourself, for your business, what you need, how you want to serve your customers, how you want to serve your future clients, how you want to help them. The problem is pausing, taking that moment to really look at yourself requires honesty. And honesty requires admitting that something's not working.
Think about how difficult that is for most people, not even in the online space, just in day-to-day life. Mm-hmm. So think about having to admit out loud to myself, here's what I need to do differently. It's
so
difficult.
You stay in survival mode.
Yeah, exactly.
Problem.
That's right? Yeah.
Posting becomes an obligation. It's your chore to do it. Offers are only reactive. Sales never come. Businesses become heavy. They feel wrong. They feel like a freaking pain in the ass, quite honestly. And now you don't want anything to do with it.
No, I'm stressed out. I didn't want to create a second or a third or a fourth job for myself. So I'm done with this. Mm-hmm. Right?
But you really did want it to work. There is a desire there.
Of course. Yeah.
And the issue is you can't see a path out of it.
Mm-mm.
You're so stuck in that survival mode. And it does take a little bit of kind of self-gumption to go, I can do this.
Absolutely.
I can make a change. I'm allowed to.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to build something that I want to and I feel good about.
Right. And the only way to help get out of survival mode is you have to have a really clear strategy. And strategy actually requires space. Yeah. Right? So it means choosing one direction and letting that grow. It means that you're going to have to build something that makes tomorrow easier for you. Survival mode does the exact opposite, right? Because remember, survival mode is extremely reactive. So everything feels really urgent. I got to do this right now. It's do or die. Focus gets smaller. Decisions get shorter because I can't spend the time to take a breath and think about it. That's why so many digital entrepreneurs, they stay busy, but they feel really unsure, right? They're active. So I'm going to post 8 times a day or 3 times a day because someone told me I had to, but I'm not confident about that. So
Right.
I'm visible, but I still am not in control. I have zero control over any of this.
And I look like I'm doing everything right.
Right.
But in the background, everything feels heavy, chaotic. And you don't even, we've talked to some people in the last week or so.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm posting and everything just feels hard. Like, what's your offer?
I don't have one.
I don't have one. Then what the heck are you posting?
Right.
Where are you? What's the path you're bringing people on? And
I
they
love
don't know, which
Yeah.
is why all of this doesn't work.
I love that you brought that up because we do hear this all the time. I feel like I'm doing everything right. Okay. So what's your offer? Well, I don't have one. Okay. So we have to start with the beginning. So what are you directing people to? What are you posting about? You're actually, all you're doing is, I was told that I need to be consistent. I need to post X amount of times a day. But now, like you mentioned, it's a chore. It's heavy. It's a job.
Right.
Your audience can see that right away anyway.
Right? They can. And it's important to note, survival mode does not mean that you're okay. It means you've been holding things together, tape, mess, without any real support and foundation, quite honestly. If someone has just been surviving in their business, I mean, it proves they can show up. Everyone I know that's still here in the online space and surviving, you're still showing up. You can create, you can follow through. The problem has never been your ability, which is a good problem. The problem is trying to build without a structure to hold all the weight of what needs to happen to build that right path to serve your ideal client.
Right.
That's what it comes down to. When structure exists, you instantly feel in more control.
And think about how much better you feel when you have more control. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It instantly takes some of the weight off your shoulders.
Of course. Of course. And I love that you pointed out all of the people that are still here. You know, you got to give yourself a pat on the back. You have to give yourself some recognition because you've proven your abilities. You know you can do this. It's getting out of that survival mode. The shift out of survival mode isn't doing more, right? It's actually deciding. We have to make some very clear decisions about what's being built. So what's our offer? Who's it for? Who's our audience? Deciding what no longer gets energy. So if it's a time sucker or an energy sucker, it's out. And what you need is the power of one. Okay? You need one offer, you need one message, you need one direction. Think about how uplifting that is. You mean I can remove the 18 other things going around up here? Yes, you can. You only need one. If you focus on that one offer, your one message is extremely clear and you're only going in one direction. You're not doing this forever. It's just long enough to create stability. And I would even go further to say, because we see this all the time too. It doesn't mean that we're going to do this for 7 days and, oh, that's not working, we're done.
And now I'm switching my one offer, my one message.
Right. I got to switch my direction. I got to pivot. I need a new offer and I need a new message. No, I would encourage everyone for 1 year. Pick one offer, one message, one direction for 1 year. So all the power of one. That's all you have to remember. Number one. That's it.
Yeah. And I love that. I love that, love that, love that. Especially if you're just feeling like it's all over the place, especially if you're not making conversions.
Right.
You need to dial it into one, the power of one. I love that.
Think about if you're
sitting here. Go ahead.
Sorry. This is just a final thought. Think about, and because so many of them are going through it right now, if you're not focusing on one offer, one message, and one direction, and you're switching that every 7 days, and you've got 18 offers and 18 messages, and all it is is chaos anyway. How could you possibly do that long term? And how can you measure what's working and what's not working if you have no idea, because you keep switching and pivoting and changing everything all the time anyway?
Well, and here's another common statement. I know you've heard this because I have. Well, I saw Susie said she has 9 income streams.
Right.
And Tommy says he has 14 income streams.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to have at least 10 income streams. And you're telling me only to focus on one? Yep. So Susie has 9 because she's driving traffic to one offer and getting them into there. And then her automations, her systems on the back end, then add in additional offers through what she's teaching, her courses, her emails, her recommendations of the path they're on that are very natural recommendations. And that's where those additional streams of income for affiliate offers come into play. But there's still one focus to drive traffic into, and then it grows. There's also a difference if you've been in the online space for years and you're very confident and you kind of have that machine built a little bit on the one offer. Because now you have another set of audience that's already done that offer.
Right.
They're in a different stage than what they were when they first bought that one offer. So you can now create something that they need over here. And your content is going to speak to different audiences at different stages. But you can't do that when you're just starting out. You don't have any sales. You don't have anything to build off of. You have to build the base first. And that's the power of one that we're talking about.
You know where I think I love that you clarified that, because you know what I think that comes from too, and we've all seen it, we've all read it, we've all heard it. Every millionaire has at least 7 streams of income. That's where that thought comes from. Every millionaire did not start with 7 streams of income
in week 1.
Right. Right, exactly.
That'd be a nightmare. That's a nightmare. Right. It won't work.
No.
It builds upon each other, and it's very a natural progression.
Right.
How it happens. So also, I want to note here, if you're sitting here going, I don't know if I'm in survival. That's probably not me. We're not talking. Here's what indecision actually looks like in real life. It looks like opening your notes app and seeing 5, 10, 15, 20 half-written content ideas, offer ideas, post ideas, hook ideas. That's just chaotic mess. And none of it's been followed through. Okay. It looks like drafts saved on your Instagram, on your TikTok, but never posted because they're just not finished yet. It looks like changing your bio over and over and over, because that's going to be the problem. Because I saw a reel from someone that says your bio is going to tell the algorithm exactly who to show your stuff to, and it will all change overnight. That's all I have to do. I don't have to change anything else. Just my bio.
I love that one. Because we hear it all the time. I've changed my bio 4 times. I got to go change it again. It's my bio that's preventing me from converting.
It looks like I just need a little more clarity. I'm missing a piece. So I'm going to stop posting. I'm going to buy another course. Because I'm going to get a little more clear. But you're not getting more clear. Because you're now on your 20th course that all have a little bit different strategy. Okay. Nothing is wrong on the surface, but nothing is moving. You're not converting. Right. And that's what we have to address. We have to address that first. And it starts with taking a breath, looking at what's working, what's not working, what's your message, what's your offer, who do you help, how do you help them, and making sure all your content goes right into that. Okay? Right. Every day spent not deciding something feels really safe until months have now gone by. And now you're like in a fake persona. I got to keep this up. Everyone thinks I've got this online business. I've been posting for 7 months. I haven't made a penny or I've made like $5. That's how survival mode keeps you stuck.
Yep.
It's keeping everything almost ready instead of following through.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go back to this and I'm going to preach this a lot. You're going to hear this a lot in 2026. One offer, one message, one direction. It works so well to get started. It puts you back into planning mode. It gets you focused. It puts you in charge of your business, in charge of what you need to do in the future, instead of like, oh my God, what do I need to do this morning? What should I have done yesterday?
Right.
Gets you out of survival mode.
Of course. Think about if you had a list of everyone, and some people love, some people hate, some people love a to-do list.
Yeah.
I like a to-do list, but I like as little amount of to-dos as possible. And if I only have one, you better believe I'm going to focus on that and get that done every single day. Whereas if you have 20, it's going to feel chaotic. It's going to feel stressful.
Yeah. And it's good to be surrounded by people that are in that same stage.
Yeah.
And that's really why we have the collective,
Mm-hmm.
our mentorship group. It's on school. It's for growth stage entrepreneurs that are online. You don't need more information. You don't need another course, but you need some direction of where you're at. You need some support. You need a space to build without pressure. Ask for help. Get audits on your content in real time. Have conversations about sales, about conversions, what that looks like for your business, your plan. And that's what the collective is all about. So I'll drop that link in the show notes as well. This was a really important conversation today, Bonnie. Would you agree?
Absolutely. Especially coming into the new year. Look at it this way. In the new year, everyone goes into that mindset of whether you believe in resolutions or goals or not, what am I going to focus on this year? So pick one message, one offer, be focused and clear on that. You'll be amazed if you're surrounded in the right environment with the right people, what you're able to get done in a short period of time if you're only focusing on that one thing. So I love this. I thought we have to get more entrepreneurs out of survival mode. And now is the best time.
And it's been treated like a normal thing for far too long. It's not freaking normal, folks.
And it's not a badge of honor. It's not a badge.
It's not going to help your business grow. It's going to help it fail. And we don't want that for you this year. We got to make some changes, people.
You're right.
Feeling stuck is not a mindset problem. It's a structure problem.
That's a t-shirt. We need another t-shirt, JoAnn. That's perfect. But I love that because that's the reality behind it. People think if I struggle hard enough in survival mode, automatically something's going to happen to pull me out. Well, that's like drowning in quicksand, thinking that all of a sudden something's going to push me out. No.
What is that? Like, I got to struggle.
I know.
I need to be able to say I'm struggling. No, you don't need to struggle. Let's make some changes. Let's make some adjustments. Let's change our focus. Mm-hmm. Let's think like a real business owner in charge of your offer, your audience, your messaging. Let's make it feel good for you. Let's go kick some ass and get some conversions in the year.
Yes, let's do it.
I love it. Be sure to check out the collective. There is a 7-day free trial below. We have the link, and we will see you on next week on another episode of No Suits, No